Welcome to Newbie Prepping. It's been a while. So, no frills, no music, no editing, it's just me. Why am I doing this video at this present time? Well, I always said that I would try and give you heads up on any major things that potentially could happen. So, if you've been following the magnetic pole shift, you would know that the 17th, which is this weekend, only a few days away, we should reach the magic 40-degree mark. So what does that mean? Who actually knows? Now there are links below to the two guys that I follow who are covering the magnetic pole shift. What does it really mean now? I know I've just said that. Now there's quite a lot of conspiracy theories. Now yes, some pan out to be true, just like that bug what escaped from some lab in China. But what does this one mean? Now some scientists say and some reports say that the magnetic pole shift would happen once it gets to the 40-degree mark and it will flip. And there will be disasters, tidal waves and biblical proportions. The crust would displacement and loads of 2012 movie, basically. I would say nothing's going to happen, but who knows? I'm not a scientist, I am not going to second guess anyone, but this channel is all about being prepared. So let's take for example, not the worst case scenario, but something may happen this weekend because we hit the 40-degree mark. Now please do not message me saying, especially after the weekend, nothing happened, you was wrong. I'm not saying it's me, I'm saying that this is what the Mavstar Observatory and others have said. When it gets to the 40-degree mark it could flip. Not me, they're saying it. So if there was something to happen, if we need and should be prepared for it. Now how can we be prepared for the magnetic pulse shifting quickly? Well, don't be in the air, don't be on the plane. I'm not saying that they're going to fall out of the sky, they shouldn't fall out of the sky, but I know that if the poles suddenly shift really quickly, the GPS will be a bit skew with. It won't know exactly what it's reporting, because I know previously that people had to change it on a regular basis to get the GPS accurate, because obviously north is no longer where north used to be, it's somewhere else. So if you've got a planned holiday going to Spain, you might end up in Germany, or you might end up in Barbados, who knows. I'm not saying that they're going to crash, I don't think they will, because obviously there's fuel wind now, you know. Obviously going, so how can we be prepared is having your bags ready, because you might not need to bug out as such, but you never know what could happen. Some scientists say that I'm going to get these words wrong, Rich would have known better than he could, or he'd done his little magic bits. The magnetosphere might disappear and we won't be protected from the solar rays. So being outside in the sun, you might, if you start burning quite quickly, I would say get out. Obviously we could be bombarded by gamma rays. If you look out your window and you see people lying on the floor going, oh, it was too hot, don't go outside. It's lovely weather, so people are generally burning anyway at the moment, but if you put your arm out the window and it burns really quick, stay out of the sun until you hear what's going on. Will the governments help us? Oh, I don't know. I don't think they actually realise what could potentially happen. Potentially nothing could happen. but we never know, and that's what the channel is about, being prepared. So if it is more biblical and the continents move around, we'll expect a lot of earthquakes. You know, obviously Earth moving around is not, you're not going to be able to stand up that long. Tidal waves. I don't. Who knows how big the actual tidal waves will be? They say that it will reach right inland. I don't know. Again, I'm not a geologist. I'm not a Scientologist. I'm not a meteorologist. The list goes on. They're far smarter than me, and they don't know for sure. Some say one thing, some say the other. I ain't going to try and second guess them. There's a wacky idea that the magnetic pole shifts, once they flip, do something to our brains and we lose our memories. What am I doing here? Sorry. I don't know, and I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not going to be these channels to say, well, War 3 is happening, we're going to head into this, get your supplies now. I'm not saying there's a meteorite going to hit in November or in March when we go through an asteroid field in November and March. Yes, one day there will be an asteroid that hits us in March and November, because that's when we go through this debris cloud. And I'm not a doom seeker. Obviously, if it does shift, quite probably, once the old whiz kids on the computers get the GPS all sorted out, people won't be getting lost, and the world will go back to normal. Best option. And everyone says, oh, see, that magnetic pole shift was a load of phony, it doesn't work. But then something could happen, and if something does happen, at least you could be prepared for it. Again, I don't know what's going to happen. Believe me, I don't know, and I'm not pretending to know. And anyone who says this is going to happen or that's going to happen, they're not sure. NASA's not sure what's happening. There are some bright people out there who have set up AI to do simulations of all types of scenarios according to the magnetic pole shift. And the simulations come up slightly different, but then it's only depending on what you put into the simulation it will work on. So again, no one knows, and that's what I just want to let you know. No one knows for sure, but it's this weekend. This weekend, the 17th, is when the magnetic pole shift, or the magnetic North Pole, gets to the 40-degree mark. Should do. Thereabouts. I'm not saying on the 17th, but it's in that period. It could already be there now. It could have sped up a little bit faster, but it was roughly worked out to be about the 17th. And we'll find out. Personally, I don't think it will flip like how it was explained on Mavstar Observatory. I don't think it will, because how it was explained, yeah, I can see where he was coming from. I understand what he was doing, but I just got sort of a lot more questions, and it needs to be really tested out a lot more. The planet is a strange thing, and they say this happens every 2,600 years or so. So we've been through it once before. Man's been on the planet. Man survived the last one. It could have been roughly when there was a great flood. I don't know. It could have caused a great flood. I don't know. But man still survived. And the only thing what could be more different is if a solar ray from the sun hits us at the exact same time when we're got no protection. Yes, that would be bad, but it's not. The magnetic pole shift or magnetic North Pole moving, what's caused that directly, or a sun flare, what happened at the same time? So there's a lot of possible things. No one knows for sure, but it's just letting you know this is the weekend. This is the weekend what a lot of people have been watching, and when I say a lot of people from NASA will be watching what happens at the 40-degree mark when it hits. Some scientific thing in America, they will also be watching. So the old grey cells are not so good. Yes, that's basically just a heads up. 40-degree mark this coming Saturday or this coming weekend, and we shall see what happens. Obviously, fingers crossed, nothing will happen, and the people will have to say, "Oh, conspiracy theory! It was all a conspiracy theory. Nothing ever happens." But everyone can say that about anything, really. And given time, you could either be proven right or proven wrong. But I thought it was, because it's a significant date, I believe it was worth a mention for everyone out there, so you know it was the 40-degree mark this weekend, if you've not been following it properly. So now we're going to almost hit 12 minutes. It's a short video. I just want to say thank you for all your support out there, all the support you've given us. Leave a comment. Leave a comment to tell me what happened in your area, if someone noticed that their GPS was a bit wonky. Hit that thumb button, and you know, to subscribe to us, and hit that all notifications, and we will get more videos out, especially when we get into the forest again. As you probably can see, I can't ellipse the sun anymore. I've lost a bit of weight and grown a beard a bit more, and slowly getting back on my feet. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy that everyone has been safe and nothing major has happened. And I'll get back to you soon with another video. Bye.